Welcome to Decker Tech. I'm Aaron Decker, and today we're doing another episode of Pick of the Draw. Because there is no such thing as luck of the draw when you make your own deck. You are the one causing your own fate, and it is your choices in deck building that cause your luck in gameplay. What we have here is I have an Act 4 run that I'm going to do. This one is the one I'm actually going to run it. This be my team. I spent a little bit of money in the armory picking up some pets, and we're just going to spend the rest of the gold doing divinations. I'll try to make this kind of a pseudo speed round. My goal is to do this in under 10 minutes, give you all the talking points, but just go through my entire divination system. Normally I pick shards for all my characters' perks. This time I just pick gold for them all, and we're going to spend as much money as possible at the cart. And with no more further ado, basic divinations, because I'm looking for powerful cards, not filler cards. Piercing Howl, I can upgrade that. Yes, please. This is good because you want vulnerable. Vulnerable is bestable. I say that, but Sarcastic Sonnet is too expensive to run, so we will not be doing that. Ode to War, if I felt that I needed more powerful on Magnus. I do have an item on Wilbur, so I don't need that. Gustav is one of the best people to actually play Ode to War because he has the stanza 1 required. So I'm tempted to pick this up. I'll look back at it in a second. Purple Grimoire of Flames. You know, the only reason this is good is because of Magnus. I still would not pick this up if this weren't Magnus, but this is Magnus that we're talking about here. I'm going to be giving purple fireballs. Probably still not worth it because I'm spending 3 energy here. We're doing it. You're not giving it much chance. We are playing Mageness here, so this is Magnus is my DPS. I'm going to be giving him some sharp, some free spells to go boom with, and some, normal Bree stuff here. And as a DPS Magnus, none of these are good because they don't say repeat, they don't say multi-attack, they don't say AoE, stuff like that. I still don't know if I want this Ode to War. I'm stalling here. I'm stalling. I'd have to upgrade it. I don't want to spend the shards to upgrade it, so we'll skip it. And sometimes it's just all about the cost. Helping Hands, yes please. Chant of Initiative, we're going to craft one of those anyway, so yes please. Bookworm, I'm pretty sure we need bookworms. If you notice, these are all things that are like speed manipulation, card draw, card advantage, deck consistency. Those are all the things we need. None of these are really good except for Rampage. I lied. Rampage is really good. It's got it's a 2-cost repeat. The vanilla test for damage in Across the Obelisk is 10 damage per 1 energy. This does fit the bill. It is random targets, but we are fine with that because Magnus's goal is to just unleash carnage. So we will do that just fine. Checking our gold, we got plenty fine. I don't need to skip down to another ones. Chance of Initiative, I want another one, and this one's upgraded. Since there are free switches, I will happily switch that. Although, I lied. That might have been a mistake. Sometimes Chant of Initiative, you want the white one, because if you look here, the white one does 3 fast, the yellow one does 2 fast. So normally upgrades are best grades, but in this case, sometimes the vanilla is the better one. Prismatic Field, I think I was going to craft that or consider crafting that. I'll probably put it here to the yellow one that has plus powerful to the team. This is assuming, we'll pick it up and switch it. Nothing else here is really worth its salt. Because it's otherwise, I could always just cut it if I decide not to use it. Just cut it. 35 shards is a low opportunity cost. Siege Breaker, so vanilla test, it does 30 damage for 3 energy. Devil's Crack, which does nothing for me and applies vulnerable, which if I were maybe the one going before the damage dealer, sure. Same thing with his Battle Shout. I don't want my damage dealer to be wasting their energy on cards that are only vanilla or supporting the team, so nothing here. And none of this is useful. There's some people that like throw bolas, but it's only because we like playing around with Shackle. 3 energy for 1 Shackle is no bueno. Because, again, Shackle is speed manipulation, and denying your enemy the turn is a good way to keep yourself... So the Shake It Off is not bad. I do have a lot of cards. I need to dodge all these Spiked Shields and Pommels, and all these Intercepts, and all these Invigorating Blows. Man, her deck is garbage. So yeah, we'll just pick stuff up because this is better than the stuff that I have right now. Free Chant of Initiative, yes please. I say free, I did spend gold for this divination. Replenishment is not a good card. If you'd like to hear more on that, I have a whole video. Go check out why Tome of Knowledge is the best card is the video. I think I named it. Sweeping Strike is actually a really good card. So this one right here. So this is passing the vanilla test with flying colors. So it does 39 damage for 3 energy, and it hits 3 targets, which means that anytime I increase the damage of Magnus by 1, I'm increasing the damage of this card by 3. So this is a classic example of actually, hold on, this we're going to downgrade it to the 2 cost. So this one's better. So the 3 cost is going to switch over to the 2 cost. These numbers are a little off because of perks, but the idea is it's still going to be doing vanilla damage. It's going to be dipping 3 times into our plus damage. So if I give him Sharp, which Gustav will be doing with his Chant of Accuracy, Sharp is multiplied by 3 because I'm hitting 3 monsters. So that is a great pickup for us. I might consider going to some filler cards if I feel I need to, like lower divinations, if I need to get more cards in like Bree or something, but I think we'll be fine. Flanking Strike, I wish that was on Magnus. These are all worthless. 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 Book of Nightmares in very specific builds can be fun, but we're not doing that here. We already have the Book of Super Fireballs. So this passes the vanilla test. It does apply a lot of vulnerable. It is Urple. Urple is fun, but I can do better. I'd rather have a Rampage or even a Blade Storm, because even though this hit front monster, I can upgrade it if I want to any monster. And so I have +1 perks here. So I'll be getting some perks that increase the damage of this. And every perk or every Sharp is increasing my damage by 3 because it's hitting 3 times. Problem with Blade Storm is, though, it overkills. This is only a pickup for Magnus for the final boss for Archon, so I probably won't pick it up here. And I'm definitely not shield throwing, so nothing here. Still got plenty of gold. Entrench, I can't afford to play it. Bree is really not one to play Entrench, really, anyway. But if I were to play this, I would want it upgraded so that I can flip it over to this one. But I can't afford 5 energy even on turn 1, so not going to do it. Not going to do it. Purple Book of Nightmares. They really, really want... The problem is, I would have to pick up... So, the thing is here, I haven't picked my perks yet. And that's why it's nice to pick perks after you do all this stuff. Is I could do the perk that says Sharp increases shadow damage. And Gustav can pick up the talent that says Sharp increases mind damage. And then Magnus here can pick up late game, this is super late game, Thunderclap, which means spells are triple damage without removing the Thunderclap deep buff. So we're in this unique situation where this could be pretty cool. It is a 0 cost and vanish, but the problem is, oh, why is it not showing? It's showing me the cards the wrong side. There we go. Repeat up to 4. I have to pay for those repeat. So even though it gives a 0 cost and vanishing, I have to pay extra energy for it. Is it worth it? I don't know, but we're going to try it out. Problem is, this is a dead card until I hit level 3 and I have the Shrill Tone. And I have to spend, someone has to go deep into the dark path. So to pick up the Sharp increases shadow damage. This would be a great card if it was on Bree. This would be a great card if it was on Bree. Yes. Almost there. Piercing Howl, yes, and I can upgrade it. Definitely willing to upgrade those. Blade Storm we've already talked about. Impale passes the vanilla test because it's 2 targets for 10 damage for 2 energy. Problem is it's front monster chain. It's not very much control of who I can hit. I can do better. Although I say that, I still have... I have a lot of... I maybe should have been picking these up just because I'm going to have to spend a lot of shards to clear out these intercepts, these fast strikes, and these defends, and this barricade. So I should have been picking up even the meh cards on Magnus just because I have so many cards to replace. But mistakes are made when you make decisions quickly. And I haven't played a DPS Magnus for a very long time, so I forgot how much I have to flip his deck. I'm so used to Magnus, I'm not even touching his deck, but as a DPS, you got to change a lot of it. Purple Punch passes the vanilla test, but I don't want to spend a card for a damage on someone that's not supposed to be doing damage. Same thing here. Librarian, Discover. I don't need to be discovering. And Throw Bolas. Not doing enough damage. Not doing enough damage. This does double dip in Crack, but not in Sharp, because it's blunt damage. And this is going to be a Sharp team. A Sharp Mageness, as the saying goes. Does not pass vanilla unless I got super amounts of bleed going on. Alright, enough for a fast. I should have maybe done 3 fasts instead of that last... man, I wish this Sweeping Strike was down here. This does not pass vanilla. This has 15 damage for 2 energy. No thank you. Absolutely no thank you. I don't need a Scroll of Speed because Magnus is already going super fast, and Gustav will speed up Wilbur. So Wilbur does not need this. I do need a Vigilance for the way that I'm going to be building Gustav, so I will get this and upgrade it to the draw. It's a little harder to do now that all the Chant of Accuracies cost 1 energy that affect another hero, but I still want to spend at least 1 Vigilance, I think. And then none of this is good for her. Alright, and then I gotta spend the rest of the time. I gotta go back, spend my shards. I gotta dump a bunch of rampages and sweeping strikes into Magnus to clear out all these defense. I've got to throw a bunch of 0-cost speed manipulation, maybe? Not even speed manipulation. I think for Wilbur, it's just going to be deck control for himself so he can do his combo with Twin Scrolls. So a lot of his card is going to be card manipulation to be copying Grimoire of Flames or Book of Nightmares onto Magnus, and then eventually getting a strong card to give him later to benefit from his late game Thunderclap. Gustav, I'm going to be spending a lot of deck control setups, deflex, Chant of Initiatives, Chance of Accuracy, trying to make sure that his turn 1 is as consistent as possible. Trace, I'm going to need a couple traces in Gustav's deck. Bree, I don't know if Gustav or Bree will be going first yet. I have to kind of look through my items and my perks to make that happen. Depending on who goes first, will be whether or not, if I focus on Inspires or Fasts or slowdowns. She did get 2 Piercing Howls, which is nice. I'll craft a 3rd, and then I'll upgrade them all to the vulnerable one. And her goal is to try to turn 1, get as much vulnerable out as possible. Play 2 or 3 Piercing Howls. Try to make it as consistent as possible so I can get 2 Piercing Howls. I don't know if that's possible considering she didn't get, I didn't divine a battle plan or anything like that. So it's going to be luck of the draw. I say luck of the draw here on how many of them I get, but I'm going to try to hedge those odds as best as possible so that I can draw as many Piercing Howls. And that's it for this episode. If you liked what you see, please let me know, and I will catch you later. Peace.